rise one day at a time. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. They're here to get your day going fine. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio.
And here's your host, Miss Kim Robinson.
Do you have an upcoming event? Well, I encourage you to book Beyond Defense Family for an amazing experience. Beyond Defense is a talented group of men and women who have toured the world to display their talents of song and ministry. Did I forget to mention multi-award winners? They're your one-stop shop for making your event the best in the city. Book Beyond Defense today at beyonddefense.org. Click menu, then contact. Beyond Defense, your audience will thank you.
Truto, what's up, DB? I think we're gonna make them swag it after this one. Yeah. They gonna dance to this one.
I can see that.
Yeah. Give me some love, give me respect, give me my God, give me some space, give me your blessing. Dance like you holy, dance like you holy. Give me some love, give me respect, give me my God, give me some space, give me your blessing. Dance like you holy, dance like you holy. You say you're real with it, so real with it. Then you be your big gun chillin' it. Cause the dick is you don't know who you dealing with. Show me some respect, cause I ain't cleaning with the silliness. Surrounded by the fake, you don't really get. Never compromise for some dividends. I did it before, but I never will again. Asking God for the forgiveness for my sins. I'm a child of the king, yes, I'm a child of the king. The devil can shatter my dreams, good ground is where plant my seeds, yeah. I got plenty muscle, grinding in the hustle. Been in the struggle, been in the dungeon, but only a chief for the lunches. Homie, the road with the punches. All people perish for the lack of knowledge. Why you think we are trying to violence? College, it ain't for everybody. Some intelligence, stack your wallet. I've been real, told you, I'm cold like a windshield. Roll like a big wheel, spinning like windmills, and we will. Give me some love, give me respect, give me my God, give me some space, give me your blessing. Dance like you holy, dance like you holy. Give me some love, give me respect, give me my God, give me some space, give me your blessing. Dance like you holy, dance like you holy. Everything they do is enough. You see clothes and I can see the pose. I told you. They act so holy, act like they don't know me. Mess up my energy, offensive, religiously, unevenly yoked. They don't mix with my chemistry. No profit out of pocket, speaking in riddles all off topic. Planet starships and rockets, spinning the word bicycle sprocket. What is your opposite, heaven or hell? So what I dwell will I prevail. It's designed to get it close, I am a saved by the bell. Purposely ordained to carry the day. Baptized in the joy and pain, not a slave, turning the pain. Toss a car, breaking the tape. Shuffle it out like a geese to it, ain't easy being Truto, oh, let go. Feel the room, now I'm attacking all the beats. Till I can see, I think it's all needed. Like the opinion, give me a minute. Everything good come from God. So I order off to me, you bob my head like the baby. Ain't no ifs, ands, or maybe. Keep on walking in the light, while the rest be so shaky. They can love me, hate me, the blood is thicker than gravy. Two on the word, meditate daily. Shocking amazing grace, covers the room, ready, set. Boom, he ain't dead, you heard what I said, the living bread, go check the tune. The bridegroom's returning soon, James. Give me some love, give me respect, give me my God, give me some space, give me your blessing. Dance like you holy, dance like you holy. Give me some love, give me respect, give me my God, give me some space, give me your blessing. Dance like you holy, dance like you holy.
Welcome to Beyond the Radio.
Welcome to Beyond the Radio, and you better be smiling.
Beyond the fences in the building.
Welcome to another night at Beyond the Radio. It's your main man, David Benton, and I am in the building. You know what it is. Shout out to the Elation family.
we love you guys. We just can't wait. Oh, man, we missed you last week, and we got a wonderful show for you tonight. Yes, we do. We got a wonderful show for you tonight. Last week was Father's Day, and you know today we're going to celebrate the fathers. And that's right. And I'm saying it because I am somebody's pappy. I said I'm somebody's pappy. Yeah, because that's what we do right here Beyond the Radio. Shout out to Beyond the Fence family because that's what we do. We're about fathers. We're about mothers. But this is about Father's Day, and we are about family. We're very family-oriented. We always want to help you to become a better version of yourselves because it's important for family because we can't act like we don't need one another. We may can survive without one another, but we definitely got to understand we need one another. So let me move forward with tonight's show. Let's see who else is in the building. Jerry, Truto, Allen, are you in the building?
Dance like you're holy. I'm in the building. Hey, y'all.
Hey, bro. Man, how you been?
I've been spoiled. I got to tell you, I've been spoiled. Father's Day was so wonderful. My family, they really went all out for me, man, and I'm all wow. I'm
awesome.
Yeah.
Oh man, that dance like you holy though, bro. Oh man, it's definitely a blessing, man. I love the way you really did that song, man. And it's doing good over there at the radio station, man. Shout out to Jackson, Tennessee. Man, shout out to Jackson, Tennessee. For playing that radio station, man. Give them a shout out, man.
Yeah, hey, listen here. Shout out to Hot 9641, man. We love you. And thank y'all, West Tennessee representing. Yes.
Yeah, and that's just an extension, man. And we really are thankful, man. It's a blessing, to be led and just be man. And we love to have fun, man. But this is a serious moment in our life because fathers are so important, man. The men have been really stripped from, the man is so valuable in the family, but families has been destroyed because the man have changed. So it's time for us to really get things back in order, man. We have to get things back in order. And with that being said, drum roll.
Yeah.
Shay Samuels, are you in the building?
Shay Samuels is in the building.
Yeah.
That was a long drum roll. I felt like Dougie Fresh was on the line with us, and Truto, you just danced like you holy.
Yes, I did.
Shay, how you been doing?
Amazing. It's been an amazing week, an amazing weekend, and I'm just looking forward to this week to come. The Beyond the Fence family is always doing something major and just a lot of announcements that we have coming up in the near future. But shout out to you two, Truto, and, well, I did say you two, but I meant to say that. So you two, David Benton and Truto, you both have done an amazing job. The Boys to Men album, the EP, is doing an amazing job. So shout out to you for that. That Dance Like You Holy is funky.
I love that song.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful thing, man, how songs like this, man, people can dance to it and they can receive a positive message, man, because, we complain about hip-hop and how things are, but it's like, come on, man, you have messages like this that you can actually have fun to, and if you listen to it, it's definitely powerful. It can uplift you and just really, man, get you to think really start thinking and really start trying to develop, in life so you can make better decisions, man, because that's what it's about, man. Us making better decisions, us coming together as family and growing. What you think about that, Truto?
Oh, that's feel good. That's feel good to me. I love it. I always say it, and, we talk about it all the time. With hip-hop, the feel-good messages and music is out there, y'all, and we're here providing it as well. So y'all get it, listen to it, enjoy the message, and always have fun with it, because we definitely have fun with it, and we dancing like we hold it. You know that? We are having a ball.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Man, I had a wonderful Father's Day, man. Man, honestly, man, it was just a beautiful, my adult children, they reached out, just, they put it on Facebook, and I wasn't even expecting it. And that was a beautiful thing, man. It really touched my heart, man. And, my 4-year-old daughter, man, I got gifts from my 4-year-old. Of course, her mother did it. And I was appreciative, man, and, in honor of my daughter, man. But I spent time with my daughter, man, just having that bond. It's such a beautiful thing, man. And it's something, doing, 13 years in federal prison, those are years I can't get back. And, my kids that was, raised, they had to be raised without me. They had my presence as far as letters and telephone, but it's nothing like having that nurturing, that time for nurturing from your dad. You want your dad as well, man. So me coming home, and I've been out of federal prison for 5 years, and my daughter is 4. And now I get a chance to raise my daughter and be right there the whole time, where I can make a better impact in her life and show her, what a male figure should look like. And now I'm mature, so now that I'm more mature, man, she can see that side, So now when she pick a man, she be like, listen, I know what type of man to pick, because I have a dad who just led by example. If you can't add value to my life, it have to be something more than possessions. It had to be more than just something sexual. It have to be something definitely powerful and worth leaving a legacy to, so the ones after us can reach benefits. Because we all, man, everybody want to live some type of life that we call considered comfortable. Shay, what do you think about that, Shay?
I feel like, I have 2 daughters as well, and they don't have the opportunity to have that one-on-one relationship with their biological father. But I love the fact, they say it takes a village to raise a community, and I've been blessed with a number of men in my life, a village to raise children. And it takes it takes men of all walks of life to be able to come together. They have uncles, grandfathers, and so it's not just the biological fathers that have to be, the dad. It would be really great, but it brings out the best of the men around you. My brothers, they were young when I had my children, but they had to step up and not only be the father, and their father's around. It's not like he was absent. They're his family members. If they're listening tonight, they were very intricate in helping me raise them as well. But the men who surrounded them had to step up and become men. And then, David, of course, with myself, I have 4 fathers. I have 4. I have my biological, and I have 3 stepfathers, and they all add a different level of value to my life. They all got on my nerves at some point, of course, but they all added a certain level of value to my life. And so I think, to your point, it's important for fathers to be a part, but it may not always be the biological father. It may be the stepfather, and as long as you leave an impact, especially on daughters, as long as you leave an impact, something that we can hold on to and grab a hold on to, and when we are capable of finding husbands of our own, that we can mimic what we were raised on.
Amen.
All
Amen.
Right. Amen. Amen. Amen.
Amen. Because I know my structure. Yes, sir.
It's on you, my brother. I know you have something to say behind that. What would you like to say behind that one?
Well, you know, I got to just listening and thinking about what Shay was saying, and you know, my dynamic is really kind of crazy because I had a wonderful dad, and my dad died when I was 5, and when I moved to Tennessee, my granddaddy, he just took up the, you know, it's just like passing the ball off, the football off, and he helped raise me and my little brother, and man, did a wonderful job, taught us so much. Principles of working and different things like that, and had uncles around. Then when I got older, I had my own kids. Then I was been blessed to be with other women. I always tell people I got 9 girls, and they're not all mine, but they're mine. And in a stepdaddy role, and a lot of them call me dad. A lot of my nieces and nephews, they call me dad. And I've been privileged to be in their lives and, you know, to be a good, strong example for them. And it's always felt good for me to take up the hymns, and I never thought twice about it. I always, you know, they know they biological dad, but I always let them know you can call me dad, you need me for anything, and I always came with as much wisdom as I knew. And what I did know, I called other mentors and got wisdom from them to pass to my children as well.
Yes. That is good.
Yes.
And, man, I love that you said it, bro. And tonight, man, it's about celebrating the men out there who are fathers and also father figures. So we're celebrating me, man. It's like the men who are doing what they're supposed to do are not getting enough credit, you know. And I see guys out there that really need to develop, who's living a life that's really, you know, hurting the development of our community and our kids, man, our youth. So it's important for us, our generation right now, as men. I'm saying to all the men right now that we have to carry a standard. We have to walk in righteousness. These children have to see us in our character and how we treat one another. When they see how we treat one another, they mimic it. We got to give them more than entertainment and sports to say, well, this is how you can become successful. We have to give them more than that. We have to let them know how valuable they are. And the guys who are doing it.
Yes.
And the guys who are doing it, we want to celebrate those guys, man, because, and I'm going to say us, we're not celebrated enough, man. Shay, you as a woman, you know, because if you don't mind me saying, you did raise 2 girls, you know, and I know it can be hard, a woman being so young, raising 2 children, and how the father figure can play a part. As a woman, could you really tell us, you know, what did lack and what did you do to? No one can take the place of the biological the way it should be done, but there's always assets, whether it's other family members or community. So what did you do without, you know, what did you do being a young mother raising 2 children?
Well, the first thing, you know, we always talk about our people perishing from a lack of knowledge. So I wanted to, you know, children don't come with a handbook. We all know that. We know that, you know, and I started to honor my mom a lot more when I had my 2 daughters because, you know, she always would say, you're going to get double for your trouble, and I got 2 daughters. And I'm thankful for that because I don't believe that women can really truly give value, that male value when you are raising a son. So I really just studied to show myself approved. Like I literally, my daughters know how to fix tires. They know how to, you know, check their oil. they're not afraid to power wash a house. They're not afraid to take out the trash. They're not afraid. There's a lot of things that I taught them that I knew if we had a male in the home, that they growing up that they would need to be able to do these things on their own. And so really I just studied to show myself approved. I became a handy woman. I had all pink tools. It was just the cutest thing. But I learned when I purchased my house at the age of 21, I learned how to change filters, and I taught my daughters that. I didn't give an excuse that because I'm a female we couldn't do it. So I wanted them to understand, the value of a male being in the home, but I also wanted them to understand how valuable they are and how much of an asset they could be in the home as well.
Amen. So Truto, man, I mean, you're a good dad, man. I see how you do. You always spend time with your children, man. You are an awesome dad, bro. For real, you really are. And I love the way you always talk about your children. Like with me, you are on personal calls, and the way you just talk about your children, man, how much you love them, and you have also went through tragedy. You have went through a tragedy when it involving children as well. So you as a father, man, you still have overcome so much because you have lost a child or more than one child, correct? And you still repeat that, bro.
I said I lost two. Yeah, I lost two.
Yeah, so you lost two. You lost two children. Yeah. So losing two children, Truto, and you did that, because it's like what the devil meant for bad, God meant for good type of thing. So it's like even though something so tragic can bring so much more love to the children you currently have, sometimes do you think that's where that love comes from?
Yes, it does. It does. I tell you, the thing about it is, it began to become turning points in my life because then I really wanted to be a better example to the kids that I had that lived, and it meant a lot for me to change up the way I was thinking, change up a lot of habits and different things that I was doing that was just out of pocket and just wrong. And the love that I have for my girls, like you said, what the devil meant for bad, God made for good for my life because, I missed the two kids that I lost because I lost my only son. And I got number girls. And I'm so close to them. I speak to them. And my mom, I'm going to tell you, Shay said something about what Mom said. I'm going to tell you what my mom told me. I've always been a young man who, I like young ladies. I always have. And my mom told me, she said, one day, you're going to get all of that back. And, oh, boy, did I get it back. But, man, that really is a part of my heart is my girls. And I always, they call me a preacher. Oh, Lord, Daddy preaches all the time. But I'm always in a teaching mode with my girls. Like Shay said, I teach them, say, come here, learn to check your oil. Learn to do this, learn to do that, because I know it's going to be times where Dad might not be around, and I want you to be self-sufficient. And I want you to learn how to take your education and transform it into careers and different things like that. And we talk about everything under the sun. And my daughters are my friends. And I parent them very well. They're very well behaved, very educated, and I love them to death. And they make me a better father because I learn a lot from them as well. Yes.
Right. Yes, man. We can learn, and the beauty of it, man, learning a lot from kids because the kids are so humble. Like you can tell a kid, man, Santa Claus is coming to town, and they believe it. They just stand out, man. You talk about faith. Oh, man, the children, they got that faith, man. They just believe it. And here's the beauty of it. Let me tell you why a child believes it. Because they trust the source who they believe first. And that's the one who birthed them. And that's their mom and their dad. You know what I'm saying? So it's important that, you know, people like yourself, man, who's shaping your family, you know, it's a beautiful thing, man. So I just shout out to all the dads, man. Shout out to all the men that's standing firm, who's loving and believing and trusting, man, that, you know, the world we're living in now is very sad through all this chaos, man. We're going through the COVID. We're going through so much, the cops hurting civilians. We're going through the racism still, and it's so sad. It's so disappointing to see this, man, especially me as a black man, you know, how we targeted. So I want to celebrate us men. I want to celebrate us fathers, and want to tell every father, man, like, I love you and I care for you. Continue to strive and love regardless, man. Don't fold. Be stronger, but we don't want to fight with the sword of unrighteousness, man. And that's what I want everybody to understand. We do not want to fight with a sword of unrighteousness, man. But we do have to defend ourselves. But you want to defend yourself with your intelligence. That's what we have to do. We have to gain more knowledge and get more intelligent so we can function the proper way. We don't want to, the problem is, like, for instance, with guns. Guns is really not a problem. It's a person who don't know how to use the gun the proper way. See, we want to talk about gun violence. It's not gun violence, man. A gun has no mind. See what I'm saying? So we talk about gun violence. No, y'all trying to control gun violence. It's something that we created. A gun has no power. It's a person that controls that object to make it powerful. So we got to focus on the mind of the people.
Amen.
So us as men, I want to tell every man out there, protect yourself. Continue to protect your family. I know it's discouraging, but understand that you are loved and you are led by God. No matter what nobody say, God got you. And I say that with a whole heart. Like, literally, God got you. You do not have to worry about nothing, but we have to continue to do our part firm. We got to stand in love, and like I said, continue to educate ourselves and move in a function that can be healthy for everyone. And we can't do it selfish. We can't be selfish. You know,
no,
we can't. It's a lot. Yeah, man, because see, the thing about it, we come up in a world to where you only get one. You know, that's why we finally got a black president. It shouldn't have really been like that, though. Let's be real. Like, come on, that's really bad. That's not good. It's not, oh, we finally did it. That's not fair, though. I understand it's cool, and I'm thankful. That's, when you really look at this, that's not right. Like, why we only have one? Like, really? We're here. We've been in America all this long. You telling me, man, just one? That's it?
Just one.
So it's just not right, man. Right. So it's like, so now us as black people, we fighting to get to the top, and we'll harm one another just to get there, man, because we know it's not enough room. And that's what I don't want us to continue to do. So shout out to the ones who are understanding our level of growth and the power that we really do have through the power of God that's in us. Yes. So glory, grace be to God, man. Shout out to God. All glory, praise go to God. So, Shay, I know I said a lot, but before we go to this music break, do you have anything to say?
I think you guys are right on point. I'm looking forward to the discussion after the music break and learning a lot more from the fathers Shout out to the BDF fathers. G Will as well. Shout out to G
Will.
G Will.
And G Will stand for God's will.
Yeah.
Now, where that music at? Can we get some music? Can we get some music? Can we get some music? Some music. Ain't that how they say? The people that say, like, when people can't say usher, they say usher. Yo. It's your boy David Benton. Going beyond the fence. You know, when I was a child, I thought as a child. I spoke as a child, and I understood as a child, you know what I mean? But when I became a man, I put away childish things. Yeah, I went from a male to a mentor. Good guy gone bad, I was never bad. Just hustling and grinding for what I never had. Sassy soul in my first pack, I never looked back. Baking soda and water, show me how to cook crack. Hennessy and weed, chilling with the hood rats. Had to chill, ecstasy pills, all in my book bag, look. I did what I did as a kid, so stand down. Got caught with my pants down. Now I'm a man now, nobody fronted me. Never asked for handouts, I was low key. Never had to stand out. School of hard knocks, never been the class clown. Just part of my background. I'm talking the facts now. People know me, considered as the OG. But emotions won't control me. Immaturity don't provoke me. Look, because of the old me, I owe me. Troy G, JT, Big Bird was there. Took a soul me. Yeah. Up in the trenches with the killers and hustlers. On the realer, you can be a killer and still be a buster. Fed my pit bulls hard white, no cut on the butter. Turned against me undercover, now my kids gotta suffer. 10 of life, with conspiracy, no justice at all. They gave me 15 years, a homie claimed he ain't mumble it all. I touched down, they realized I didn't fumble the ball. Staggered a little bit because of the fall. I didn't stumble and fall, kept my head up, educated myself. Heard my pit bulls growling, contemplating my death. I cried myself, felt like I was living in hell. My cellie told me to thank God that I'm living in well. To get a grip on yourself, live instead of exist, and make a better decision. Helping the children, put them in better position. Seeing none just listen, give them a vision, keeping them out of these prisons. Yeah. Yeah. Be on the fence.
Wake up.
You know? You ever been dreaming?
Wake up.
It just felt so real.
Wake up.
Just want to stay in the dream, you know?
David, wake up.
Yeah, he want to rest in peace. He don't want to rest in pieces. And you wonder why. He gave his life to Jesus. Ride with a Glock 9. Vest on. Bought his first kilo. It was stepped on. Police took his re-up, now he down to an 8-ball. Stressed out, smoking the weed, drinking on 8 balls. 19 years old, throwing them gang signs. Wrong frame of mind, trying to stay in line. Mama preached to him, he didn't listen. Said the way that he living, he headed to prison. Thought she was tripping, this ain't the old days. Single mother keep understanding the old age. Yeah, Liddy cop mode, yay. Chop the brick up, then split it 4 ways. Took 4 days, he about to grind. Wake up, count time. He was just dreaming. Dreaming. He was just dreaming. He was just dreaming. He was just dreaming. Dreaming. He was just dreaming. He was just dreaming. Sunday morning, breakfast in bed. Orange juice, toast, steaks, and eggs. Kids jumping on the bed. Daddy wake up, thanking God for a pretty white, gorgeous without the makeup. Pretty brown eyes,
Holly Berry cut. Valentine's Day every day, he love her very much. Picnic at the park, take a walk, and they hold hands. Thank God for the inner child, sticking on this grown man. It's time for church, mama told and she preaching. Plus he curious to see all the souls she be reaching. Kids being bad, play fighting in the back. Told him sit down, clean up the act. But daddy happy to come and teach him. Huge smile on his face, he don't want them to see it. They just some awesome little children, he just can't believe it. It is a wonderful day, he like, thank you Jesus. Wake up, count time, cause he was just dreaming. Dreaming, he was just dreaming. He was just dreaming. He was just dreaming. Dreaming, he was just dreaming. He was just dreaming. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. This world is out of control. Wake up, get your blessing, you deserve it. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. This world is out of control. Wake up, get your blessing, you deserve it. He was just dreaming.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to Beyond the Radio.
Welcome to Beyond the Radio, and you better be smiling.
Beyond the fences in the building.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I am your co-host, Shay Samuels on Beyond the Radio. If you're just tuning in, we are talking about Father's Day. But first, we do want to give a shout-out to all of the sponsors of Beyond the Radio. First, Tess Hair Braiding out of Newark, Delaware. Again, that's Tess, T-E-S-S, Hair Braiding out of Newark, Delaware. Shout-out to you, Tess, if you are looking for African hair braiding, all styles, really. She does have a salon on the other side of the store and a beauty supply store. So shout-out to her. And her story is very powerful, but Tess Hair Braiding and AR Media, A Rhodes Media. If you were looking for any logos or any graphic design for your business, please look up AR Media. They are amazing, amazing, amazing. And shout out to Truto as well, who will also work with you to do graphics. I do have one more announcement or shout out. Thank you, Paula G, for an amazing commercial for Beyond the Radio. The commercial that you hear in the beginning is by Paula G Voice, Lady Wisdom After Midnight. If you are looking for any voiceover services, she is readily available to assist you as well. And David Benton, that's all I have.
Thank you, Shay. Shout out to Shay for those announcements. Yeah.
Those were the church announcements. The door of the church is now closed.
Close them doors. Close them doors.
Yeah, so true too. Man, on Father's Day. So give it to us, man. What do you have for us tonight? Your scripture for tonight for us. What do you have for us fathers, my brother?
All right, I got something for you. It's the NIV version. I want to go to Proverbs, chapter 4, 1 through 4. Listen, my sons, to a father's instruction. Pay attention and gain understanding. I give you sound learning, so do not forsake my teaching. For I, too, was a son to my father, still tender and cherished by my mother. Then he taught me, and he said to me, take hold of my words with all of your heart. Keep my commands, and you will live. You know, I was reading that earlier. I was reading it the other day as well, and I really thought about something. You know, one of the hardest parts of being a father is humbling yourself to instructions. You know, I know for me, at the time I became a father at 17 years old. And I was at a point in my life, young man, and you know how we know so much but don't know enough. And I really, really had to learn to humble myself to my father figures and remember the things that they taught me, because a lot of times we as young men, we miss our blessings because we don't want to humble ourselves and just listen to instructions and sound learning. We tend to forsake it and turn away from it, thinking that, okay, well, I got this. I'm going to do this my way. And, that was the old way, and that don't work. But the hardest part, when I read it, I said, that was one of the hardest parts of me being a father was understanding humbleness and humbling myself to listen to father figures who was giving me wisdom. Because a lot of times I always say that with fathers have a firm compassion. Mama tend to kind of, hug you and love you. Sometimes daddy don't do it like that. He give it to you stern and hard, but it's out of love and compassion, and it's good for you. And to become a true man, I had to learn how to humble myself and be quiet. I had to learn to listen. The first word says, listen, my son. And, it goes into paying attention. And me, I've always been believe it or not, I like to talk all the time. And I'm a constant talker. And I had to learn a very good tool of just being quiet and listening and humbling myself to get the wisdom and understanding that they was giving me, because what they was giving me was for my betterment. And it made me a better father. And I say shout out to the great fathers of the world. I'm a kind of curve a little bit right fast. You were speaking about the pandemic and the things that's going on in the world, social injustice. And I would just want to give a shout out to the dads. Walking and marching, I see some of them out there with their kids, and you can tell that the learning curve of the father. The children are learning how to be leaders, not just in the household, but in the community, and being active and learning, and they are really humbling themselves. The fathers have really stepped up. They really have, and I take my hat off to you. And understanding, getting over that hard part of humbling yourself to get the education and the instructions that your fathers, your father figures, your stepfathers, grandfathers, or whoever stepped in that role that are giving you the wisdom.
Truto, that I wanted to chime in just for a second. That is a really, really good point. You were reading out of Proverbs 4, and I had Proverbs 23:22, and it says, "Listen to your father who gave you life, and do not despise your mother when she is old." And it amazes me how much as children we learn what we learn by watching, and I love how David said that, the person who's very influential in our lives. I wanted to, what I learned, this weekend was that some brothers see their older brothers as a father figure as well, unbeknowing, right? Like you have brothers, some brothers raise their brothers, and some, siblings have to raise siblings, and at times there's always someone that they look up to, and it may not be the biological father, although that sibling may have the biological trait. There's something about that sibling, that older sibling, that becomes very reminiscent of what a fatherly figure should look like. And so when you said that, that was the very first thing I thought about, but had that scripture readily available. So when it talks about the father, we may be thinking biologically, your father taught you this. But when in reality, the father figure that raised you, you can model after that person as well. There's some things that we're taught when we're children from our fathers that we might undo permanently just because we grew to a different knowledge. Like what they knew then is not what's happening now. Right. So your father was taught something, my father was taught something, and it goes back to go a little deeper with it, but it goes back even to regions, because there's fathers that learn based off of the regions they live. So, some fathers teach their sons to be womanizers.
True.
But that child might grow up to understand after possibly wanting the desire for a family, a wife and children, to kind of like do away with that tradition. But the fathers only learn to the ability, or they do to the ability that they learn. So, again, it goes back to what I said in the beginning. Our people perish from a lack of knowledge. And so just because it was that way before, it doesn't mean that it has to be that way. But fathers not only mean biological fathers, I'm going to say like birth givers. Let's say that.
Right. That's true. And I'm going to tell you another thing that's powerful about that scripture that I want to also really talk about, and that's wisdom. Wisdom, like I have said many times, you can have knowledge without wisdom, but you can't have wisdom without knowledge, because you can have knowledge and still make a poor decision. So that means you didn't use good wisdom, right? So, but you can have wisdom, but in order to have good wisdom, you got to have the knowledge to be able to apply it, right? So if you think about it, it keeps talking about wisdom more than any other word. It keeps saying wisdom. Do wisdom, and do this, and you know what? Wisdom. And wisdom does this, and wisdom. And we got books on wisdom. Let me tell you why, because it's about making proper decisions. See? That's what it's all about. It's about making good decisions. You want to make a wise decision. If you're angry with someone, instead of killing them, you want to make a wise decision. If you're a police officer, you pull someone over, even though you may be fearful for your life, flash your lights, call for backup. No one have to shoot because you now have support. Now you walk to the car with a little bit more courage.
Yes.
But we have to use wisdom. You have knowledge that once you enter in as an officer, then there's a possibility that you can use your life. But you cannot always be afraid all day, every day. You're just afraid. At some point in time, you're going to have to realize this is your job. This is a possibility. It's for your country. Because even though you might not be in the Army, you're still fighting for your country, because you're fighting to have your streets clean, right? So you want to uphold the law, but you're still fighting for your country, but that's even unto death. But you still want to lose your life righteously, and you will go to the book of life. So I'm saying us as men, we have to use wisdom. Even that's why I talk about the virtuous woman. In order to know what a virtuous woman look like, you have to have wisdom, right? And she have to have wisdom. Notice that God called wisdom she. I said God called wisdom she.
Right.
So that lets you know how powerful wisdom is and how much we as men have that balance us out. Wisdom is she. So what you think about that, Truto, when you think about the wisdom and you think about us making good decisions? Because, man, you know, we have testosterone problems. You know, with men, we say women do competition. Men do competition all the time, and it sucks, and it's not good nowhere. So us as fathers, us as men, because that's what it's really based on. And really, Shay said it in a nutshell. And I'm going to say this: fatherhood is manhood. When Abraham was the father of many nations. So me as David Benton, I can father many nations through Beyond the Fence. I can father many nations through Beyond the Radio. I can father many nations through Elation Network. So this is how this goes. I am a father to many nations, and I'm a representative of God, living in righteousness. So I always want to help people to become better versions of themselves. Truto, what is your closing words? Because honestly, I'm going to close with that. Even though we have 10 minutes left, I'm really going to close with that because that's just how I feel tonight. I think I said enough.
You know, I always looking at what you're saying, and the model of a father, the instrument of instruction is what I call it. You know, and that's the thing that we gotta always keep in mind. We got to always understand that we have kids and children who follow our direction. And I know what Shay was talking about. You know, it's true that we have those who do not teach sound teachings, valuable things to kids, and they have to grow up and, you know, and rearrange the paradigm of the mind and rearrange that. And we really have to model ourselves to be what we need to be for our kids, and that's in a physical and spiritual as well as a mental way. We have to be fathers who eat well, be healthy, so our kids will look and do the same. Because our kids, they look at us at all times, and every decision and behavior pattern that we do, our kids, they mock that. They become their fathers. You know, many times you hear that about children, you know, you're just like your father. You have modeled yourself after what you have seen. And once again, I always love to get personal with people. You know, being a father, it had to change a lot of things that I did. It had to be a point to where I said, okay, no, I can't do this right here. Not just not doing it in front of them. I can't do this at all. A lot of my living, my way of living, my thoughts, the way that I think, you know, showing my kids, you know, and teaching them about the Bible, teaching them about God, teaching them about growing up and loving one another. And you said it earlier, you know, not being selfish, you know, and understanding and building together. So it's always about the model. You know, we've always been taught as kids about God. And the key thing about God is to be God-like. God is the model, is the blueprint for us, and the things that we want to do in life. We want to use the fruit of the Holy Spirit. We want to love and be kind to each other. We want to learn that so we can instill that in our generation of kids that's coming behind us. Because for some of us, a lot of us, and great fathers that we're honoring tonight that are doing that, I am so happy, elated, and I take my hat off to you, and I give you very much honor. And thank you for being good fathers, and let's continue to spread that and become great leaders and fathers and raise our kids in good directions.
Amen. I mean, Truto.
Yes, sir.
I just want to tell you I appreciate you. As a dad, man, as a man, I appreciate you as a man of God. I appreciate you for being the king you are. I appreciate you, man, for, you know, man, being in the interracial home.
Yes.
Even though she's a Caucasian woman, man, you still love her, man, through these things that we going through. And still, you're still proud of being black, man. You're still proud of being a black man. You teach your daughters, but you love everybody, bro. And that's the balance I want us to have as black men. It's like it's good to be pro-black, but let's don't be anti-race. You know, let's love everybody. And I love that structure about your household, man. I love to see how you and your wife really support and love one another, man, and y'all really value home. So I just want to tell you that, man. Thank you for being a good representative of Beyond the Fence. Thank you for being a great host, man, every week, right here, every Sunday on Beyond the Radio. Man, I really appreciate you, man. I thank you, man, for being a true friend, for being a brother.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
And this
I'm
is
very
me,
very humble person, and I always appreciate you and the love that you give me. But I also want to give a shout out to you, David Benton. You are a great father. You are a great person. You're a great man of God. You are so caring. And a lot of people, if you don't know Minister Benton, like I know Minister Benton, most caring and giving person that you could ever meet in your life. And he's real. He's real with it, y'all. And I love him to death. That is my brother. And I can never forget Shay, because, Shay, we love you so much as well.
Oh, yeah, man. We love us some Shay, man.
We love us some Shay, man.
Yeah, we love us some Shay, and it's definitely a beautiful thing, man. Definitely inspirational, man. And shout out to all the fathers on the nation. Shout out.
Yeah.
Because we do got some real good man of God, man. Man, Elder Ernest. I mean, man, that's my guy right there, man. It's just so many of some good brothers. So just shout out to the Elation family. This men of God. Well, Shay, you have anything to say to the awesome men?
Shout out to all the fathers, those who are trying to be good fathers, those who are really good fathers, and even the fathers who may not get it right all the time. I met a brother of mine out of church who was raising 2 children of his own, and they became my God children. But mothers and fathers, if you see that there is a brother struggling as a single father, make sure you lend a hand. It's not easy for them to do hair. There are more single fathers out there than there are single mothers now. So there's a lot that we can do in the community, but keep up the good work, and I appreciate all of the fathers that's standing up for the children that are theirs and may not be theirs.
See, that's the inspiration that we have to value. Like, even on our media, even on our news, Truto and Shay, it means this much to me because I realize that radio is media. People listen, people receive. And we always want to give out loving information that's correct. We always want to live because the thing about it is, man, you can go into the propaganda of entertaining people and you give them negativity because people feed off negativity. And me as an entertainer, I know how to do that. But my heart won't allow me to do that because I'm not that type of person. So it's important, man, on Beyond the Radio, we can admit that we are human. We have we're in error according to other people's paradigm. But one thing about it, you got to know thyself. You got to know God has you. And you got to know and try to strive, like Shay always say, to walk out your purpose. And like I always say, and I'm going beyond the fence. And once you go beyond the fence, we're going to do what Truto say. And it's dance like you holy. And that's what we want to do.
Ooh, that was like right on.
I
Can I get it like a chicka?
I'm freestyling that Truto. Hey, yeah, Truto.
Watch out now. Yes, sir.
Hey.
Yeah.
Now, you did say you was the Michael Jordan of Beyond the Fence. We can go at it right now, live.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no, man, I don't want
none. I'm just playing. I don't want none. I don't want none, man. I'm just playing.
You know,
I don't want none.
Do it like that.
Man, hey, man, I do want to tell you Truto, man. I appreciate you, man. And I love you again, man. You know, we're going to give you roses right now while we can. Shout out to Shay. You know, I thank you. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you both too.
Yeah, for always showing love and support to the fathers by encouraging the women. She always encouraged the women to be the queens that they are. They know that they are of value to us men who are fathers and who are father figures. So shout out to you for that, Shay, and that's very appreciative.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thank you.
Yes, we love you, Shay. We love you. We love you.
We love you.
Love you.
And we shout out to y'all beyond the radio. Shout out to the Elation family. And we see y'all next week. Y'all come back Sunday, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, beyond the radio. David Benton, Shay Samuels, and Jerry Truto. That's like you holy. Allen will be
like We love you, Elation.
Truto. What's up, DB?
I think we're going to make them swag it out to this one.
Yeah.
They going to dance to this one.
I can see that.
Yeah. Give me some love, give me respect, give me my God, give me some space, give me your blessing. Dance like you holy, dance like you holy. Give me some love, give me respect, give me my God, give me some space, give me your blessing. Dance like you holy, dance like you holy. You say you're real with it, so real with it. Yeah, you bring your big gun chillin' it. Cause the dick is you don't know who you dealing with. Show me some respect, cause I ain't cleaning with the silliness. Surrounded by the fake, you don't really get. Never compromise for some dividends. I did it before, but I never will again. Asking God for the forgiveness for my sins. I'm a child of the king, yes, I'm a child of the king. The devil can shatter my dreams, good ground is where plant my seeds, yeah. I got plenty muscle, grinding in easy hustle. Been in the struggle, been in the dungeon, but only a chief for the lunches. Homie, the road with the punches. All people perish for the lack of knowledge. Why you think we are trying to violence? College, it ain't for everybody. Some intelligence, stack your wallet. I've been real, told you, I'm cold like a windshield. Roll with a big wheel, spinning like windmills, and we will. Give me some love, give me respect, give me my God, give me some space, give me your blessing. Dance like you holy, dance like you holy. Give me some love, give me respect, give me my God, give me some space, give me your blessing. Dance like you holy, dance like you holy.
Everything they do is when you face you close and I can see the pose. I told you. They act so holy, act like they don't know me. Mess up my energy, offensive, religiously, unevenly yoked. They don't mix with my chemistry. No profit out of pocket, speaking in riddles all off topic. Planet starships and rockets, spinning the word bicycle sprocket. What is your option, heaven or hell? So what I dwell will I prevail. Is the journey getting close? I am a saved by the bell. Purposely ordained to carry the day. Baptized in the joy and pain, not a slave, turning the pain. Toss a car, breaking the tape. Chopping it out like a geese, so it ain't easy being true to all let go. Fill the room, now I'm attacking all the things. Till I can see, I think it's all needed. Like an opinion, give me a minute. Everything good come from God. So I order off to me, you bop my head like the baby. Ain't no ifs, ands, or maybe. Keep on walking in the light, while the rest be so shaky. They can love me, hate me, the blood is thicker than gravy. Two on the word, meditate daily. Talking amazing grace, covers the room, ready, set, boom. He ain't dead, you heard what I said, the living bread, go check the tune. The black crew's returning soon, James.
Give me some love, give me respect, give me my God, give me some space, give me your blessing. Dance like you holy, dance like you holy. Give me some love, give me respect, give me my God, give me some space, give me your blessing. Dance like you holy, dance like you holy.